there, my name is Beck, and you the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So the question I have percolating in my head, well, it's not really a question, I've already answered it in my head. The question I'm going to be talking out with you guys today is, can a cash-strapped BBC, well, firstly, how long can it continue? The answer is, I do not know. But can a cash-strapped BBC afford to make a Doctor Who with, which has high production costs, without international partners, and with crushingly low ratings, right? So I'm going to say, it seems to me no. That doesn't seem to be a controversial answer. It seems to be nah, not so much. They can't really do it. But you know, that is what we're going to be looking at in this video. Before we get to it, can I ask you guys, can you hit the like button? That was great. Can you hit the share button? That's actually really, really helpful. Please comment and hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. I am, as always, pathetically grateful. I'm really very grateful, especially now when I think, you know, big tech doesn't really like independent voices. I mean, listen, there's freedom of speech, there's complete freedom of speech, as long as you say the right thing. If you're not saying the right thing, which is something that's plagued me all my life, you know, not so much. So hitting the subscribe button really, more than ever. Hit the subscribe button, thank you very much. And also go subscribe to any other YouTuber you like as well, you know. Throw somebody a bone, you know, pay it forward, babe, it's always good. Fine. Oh, and if you subscribe, of course, you get to enter my weekly competitions, a wee little bonus. This week's prize, Terminator. Is that the thing? No, that thing might be doing a there you go. There you go. Terminator, the was it 82, 83 classic by James Cameron. Launching. I mean, it basically did launch Arnold Schwarzenegger's career. I mean, he was in, Pumping Iron, I think Conan before then, but this really just blew his career, up to where he is now, I guess. So all you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments leave the hashtag Hunter Killer. That's the name of those funky little flying robots they have, flying like killing machines. By the way, if anybody wants to see, I doubt you can see it anymore, the best Terminator 2 sequel. Okay, the best Terminator 2 sequel out there. I think you need a time machine and go back to Universal Studios where they had the Terminator 3D ride where you go into the future with Skynet, and it's like a 3D interactive performance. It's just freaking awesome. It's absolutely awesome. It's like 50 minutes long. That is, so you have Terminator 2, and that one, you don't need to worry about anybody else. People like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I absolutely hate it. I like bits of it, but I really didn't like it at all. The dialogue was just terrible. Anyway, and also go check the video notes. That's where you'll find out everything you need to win this prize. They're probably giving it away on Monday, next week. I don't know. Remember when I started giving it? I think Monday. No, Tuesday. Tuesday's probably when I'm giving it away next week. Don't ask me the date. I don't know. Get a calendar and look at it. That's what I would suggest. Go check the video notes, as I said. Also in the video notes, a link to my Indiegogo. Really launching soon. I really got to get this out this week. I want to get it out before the end of January. These two graphic novels. You get these one of these for a somewhat pervy art card. So yeah, I'll admit it. Somewhat pervy art cards with any purchase, or you get a free chaser one. Just give me your email address. Yeah, just adding your email address to the silent thing. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Fine. You know who's not saying thank you very much? You know who doesn't say thank you very much very readily? The BBC. The BBC are not doing so well. BBC, a beloved institution in England, in a very short space of time, have become utterly hated and to the point where people are cancelling their licence fees left, right, and centre, and I don't think their future is viable. I just don't think their future is viable. We're going to read an article about that right now. There is news that the government in England, Boris Johnson's government, has taken decriminalising non-payment of the licence fee off the table. Don't know why, really. I mean, it seems to be quite a good populist move. I guess he's waiting until he gets into trouble and he'll pull that out of his back pocket and go, hey, well, we can screw the BBC. You know, I think that seems to be logical. Or maybe he's a ineffectual twat, right? Maybe that could be true as well. I really have no idea. All I know is, however bad he is, I preferred him from the vehement anti-Semite that he was writing going against with Labour. So you got to be pretty bad. You got to be pretty bad to win that to lose that face off. Fine. So let's read this article here. We're going to be looking at a few articles. We're starting off with the Guardian. Now, the Guardian is a very, if you don't know it, is a very woke, earnest lefty newspaper. Spilling basically a propaganda machine, and even so, it's always good to look at the people on the other side of the cultural aisle, how they're reporting things that you would like to have, which means it's not good news. It's not good news. Fine. So let's read this article. BB faces financial uncertainty due to reliance on license fee report. Really, they had to commission a report for that. Really, they could. That's the thing they couldn't work out all by themselves, and this is why we hate the BBC, right? National Audit Office also highlights risks of falling audience share and broadcaster being slow to change. Yeah, well, listen, it's not that they're slow to change. They don't want to change. That's the bottom line. They don't like you, right? If you don't think the same way, they don't like you. There's all this talk. About unity, like the new president in America, President Biden, is talking about unity, right? Like how he wants unity. And I kind of worked out what he means by unity. Unity means about shut up, do what we tell you to, and and then also accept accountability for whatever imagined crime that we're going to put on you, right? And if that means we're going to cancel that, just accept it. Yeah, that's what he means by unity. But mainly, shut up and do what you're told. That's not really unity. That's not really, and that's the attitude of the BBC. They're not working in lockstep with with their audience. They're working against their audience, right? They want to have unity with them by shutting up and doing exactly what they're told. So BBC faces an uncertain future because it relies heavily on license fee as its audience share plummets. Whitehall spending watchdog has concluded. Again, I can't believe we need whole groups of people who are probably paid a lot more than me, right, to work out the bleeding obvious. Wonderful. This Whitehall spending watchdogs, they worked it out all by themselves. In a pointed warning, the National Audit Office said the corporation has postponed making difficult decisions about its future income streams and dipping into reserves to cover its costs of free licenses for viewers over 75 years old. Really? They're complaining that they're giving... Okay. BBC should always be free for the over 75. Quite frankly, I think the over 75 should get free weed and free crack, as well. But once you made it to that in this world, which let's be fair, isn't very good. This crappy world that we live in, you should be able to get free access to obnoxious television that tells you you're scum because you don't have the same political outlook as them. The NAO's finding come amid criticism from senior conservatives of the BBC for its reliance on the license fee ahead of the BBC Charter's renewal in December 27. Not even happening. That's my prediction. 2027, not even a glimmer of a chance unless there is a significant change in the status quo. Otherwise, not a chance. Richard Sharp, the corporation's incoming chair, said last month the fee may well be worth reassessing. Well, it's okay. It's okay. Many of the audience have reassessed it for themselves, and they're stopping paying. That's the problem, right? And the BBC lied barefaced. I was on. No, was I on that panel? I can't remember. I was watching Dan Hadley's channel earlier this week, and this is I'm going to put it in the video notes. This video he put out from that panel. Right? No, I was on it. I was just watching it. Right? We had one of the panelists saying it's illegal. It's illegal to watch Netflix or YouTube without a license fee, and they said no, that's not the case. And he pulled up the BBC website. The BBC website saying it's illegal to do that. So then people on the other side of the argument pulled up the government website and said it is legal. Right? This is just the pure disinformation coming out of the BBC, which we're going to be talking about in a second as well. So listen, the audience have reassessed it, and they assessed it as being, you're unnecessary. You make garbage that nobody wants to watch. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. You make garbage that not enough people want to watch to justify its own existence. And that's just the reality. Maybe start making things that isn't garbage that people do want to watch. Maybe stop lecturing. Maybe make, you remember Doctor Who? Remember Doctor Who, how everybody really liked that? It was like a delightful show, and it was like fun and exciting. Kind of lefty as well, kind of woke, but still very entertaining, and everybody just kind of liked it. Not anymore. Doctor Who now is a dour, boring preach, and people are not interested. EastEnders, my God, EastEnders used to get, what, 10 million rating on their Christmas episode? They pulled out a 3.5. It's unbelievably bad. It's unbelievable. You need to understand your audience. And, the trouble is, they've been insulated from their audience for far too long because of the license fee. And now people are chucking it away. They're in a spot of bother. As part of the review, reacting to finding, Meg Hillier, the chair of Commons Public Accounts Committee, said BBC has shied away from making tough decisions for too long, like not making crap. Right? Shall we lecture people? Should we do a Greta Thunberg lecture in Doctor Who, or shall we have a fantastic space fighter? Nah, Greta Thunberg lecture. Everybody loves that, don't they? Yes, they do. No, they don't. So anyway, making tough decisions for too long and has underestimated the cost of major projects. Well, that's true, yeah. Inefficiency and stupidity, they do kind of go hand in hand. It is too much complacent about the risks that could materialize as soon as next year. Yeah, again, we're going to be looking at some figures, I think, soon about how much they're falling. The Watchdog report released yesterday says the BBC's financial strategy. It said the BBC has been slow to change on issues such as the fall in viewing by younger audiences, because you make crap, okay? And quite frankly, they have a fantastic platform in that iPlayer that should be a really good source. No, but why are people not watching? Because you make crap. An example of not making crap and doing quite well, the latest Doctor Who they did, the Revolution of the Daleks, was the best episode, in my opinion, that they've done. Great production values, and it was just the best episode. It only died when Jodie Whittaker was on screen, which wasn't much, right? That wasn't much. So they really went, but they had the Daleks, they had Captain Jack, and people saw it and they went, oh, that's not bad. And that's why it got better ratings than it got before, right? It stopped the massive decline in ratings. But I don't think that's a sustainable model for the future. I think it's going to crash and burn when it comes back for its 8 or 6 episodes, which I'm pretty sure are coming out in 2021 due to contractual obligation to HBO Max, right? I'm pretty sure. Falling audiences share poses a financial risk, as less people are likely to pay the license fee if they do not view licensable content. Again, that we have a government agency having to scream this at them might be the problem, right? That might just be the problem. The number of under 75 households buying TV licenses fell by 450,000 due to changes in audience viewing habits, and more households qualifying for the over 75 license, the report said. In 2019-2020, the BBC generated 4.943 billion, which is that's not bad. That's not a bad payday. Not a bad take home. Of which 3.52 was public funding from the TV license. Oh, okay. So I guess they made 1.4 billion. Not bad for the at the end of the year accounts. The BBC began negotiations with the government in November about the future funding it will receive from the licensee. Orders expressed concern at the corporation's failure to evaluate its financial future. I was going to say financial failure, which is also true. They said although BBC considers that it delivers significant wider value to the British public and global society, it has not conducted an economic analysis of this in almost 10 years. And you know why? Because they don't know. They don't want to see what it's going to say. And even if they do, if there's no chance they'll do an honest report because they don't want to hear it. The corporation's financial health has been unexpectedly weakened by the impact of COVID-19. Really, it should have been strengthened by that, shouldn't it? Like people being forced to stay at home and watch your crap. I mean, that should have helped you out a little bit. Such as a drop in advertising sales, the report says. What advertising? It's BBC. No, whatever. Taylor will also examine the drop in viewing. The amount of time adults spent watching broadcast BBC TV dropped by 30%. From an average of 18 minutes a day in 2010 to 56 minutes a day in 2019. That's a significant drop, right? If you lose 30% of your audience, right, that close to making you not financially viable anymore, right? Most businesses can't take a 30% hit and keep going. The BBC radio audience has also declined among adults, falling by 15% from between 2013 to 14 and 2019-20. The national commercial radio stations have maintained and increased their audience. That's not good, right? When you compare apples to apples and your apples rotten, yeah. Despite the audience time, right? Despite the technical purpose of being a universal broadcaster, it's still being used. Most used media brand in the UK. The BBC has seen a notable drop in audience viewing times. The BBC's principal source of income, the licence fee, also declined, and now the BBC faces considerable uncertainty about the income it will receive from the licence fee. Yeah, which is gonna get less and less and less. Gareth Davis, head of the NAO, said the BBC faces significant financial challenges as it embarks upon a licence fee negotiation and its mid-term charter review. Yeah, it is toast. It's not making. It's made significant cost savings and identified the need. Well, we're going to look at that in a second. The need for more with licence fee income under pressure. Maybe just stop lecturing everyone. That's all you got to do. Stop making crap. Listen. Harlan Ellison. This is a story I heard from, not personally, I heard it on a documentary from J. Michael Straczynski, who wrote, who created Babylon 5. I've been talking about Babylon 5 a lot recently. He created Babylon 5. He talked about how he first met Harlan Ellison, right? Harlan Ellison, they were good friends. So he was a young writer. And he wasn't selling anything, right? So he saw Harlan Ellison. I met Harlan Ellison once at a convention. He's a funny guy. And he said, "Listen, I'm not selling anything. What should I do? How can I do this?" So Harlan Ellison thought about it. So the problem is you're writing crap, is what he said. If you don't write crap, you'll be able to sell it. So here's the answer: don't write crap. That was his solution for J. Michael Straczynski. J. Michael Straczynski took that solution on, and it did work out pretty well for him, right? It worked out pretty well for him. That's my advice to the BBC: stop making crap. Stop making crap. As a different item play, the BBC needs to develop a clear financial plan for the future. Yeah, if you're going to continue to make crap, stop. You got to make smaller budget crap. Okay, that less people are going to see. Setting where it will go and how it will invest and how the crying shame is. It's got such an incredibly profitable brand that they've just pissed away. Okay, Doctor Who, Top Gear. They pissed away so much. And you got all that incredible archive material that people love, right? They got for 50 years of archive material. Honestly, they should just be licensing them to Netflix or something rather than start their own streaming service. As I said, blah, 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 blah. Without such a plan, it will be difficult for the BBC to effectively implement new strategic priorities. You mean what, making TV? BBC insiders point out executives have been examining alternative funding models. In August, it was reported that Tim Davie, Director General, looked at licence fee could ultimately be replaced by a new special income tax. Screw off, okay? We don't want to pay you, idiot. Based on the Swedish model for fund. Yeah, no. We nobody wants a BBC without accountability, which is what we have right now. We have set up plans for urgent reforms focus. You haven't, okay? The urgent reforms are ones in terms of your programming, and you haven't. You're making more of this awful Doctor Who, right? I'm sorry. You had a chance. Yeah. I remember when The Last Jedi came out, right? And I really wasn't red pilled to the Phantom Menace then, right? It took me a while. But I remember when the Phantom Menace came out, and the people started talking about making an alternative. They should just remake Episode 7 or whatever it was, Episode 8. They should just remake it. It was The Last Jedi, right? When The Last Jedi came out, they should just remake it. And the establishment went, no, that's crazy, that's insane. No, had they done that, Had they have done that, they would have been in much better positions. It's time to make hard decisions for your utter stupidity. So how did this utter stupidity come about? Well, first, let's look at this, which is we're just going to look at the headline, which is like such a, let me widen this bit so we can read it better. There you go. BBC Blue, $1 million in legal battles fighting discrimination and equal pay cases bought by its own staff figures. Really? Like, I don't understand. Why are you wagging your finger lecturing us when either you employ insane people that want to destroy you, or that you are the bigot, you are the sexist, you are the racist, that you wag your fingers at everybody else for, right? But the thing is, the BBC they don't believe they're biased. So how can they not believe they're a very biased corporation? Well, this is how. Okay. BBC's Antibias Boss, senior executive, is paid £325,000 a year to monitor whether the corporation is impartial. Yeah. How's that working out? I don't think that's working out. Unless you're living under a rock, there's all this hoo-ha about alleged voter fraud in America for the last couple of months, right? And the way the media and everybody establishes that there couldn't possibly have been any voter fraud, right? The way they did it is, you people who are accused of being involved in voter fraud, did you commit any voter fraud? And they go, no, we checked and we didn't. We're completely innocent, and there's nothing else to say. So anybody else saying anything is a liar, and it's the same thing, right? Like, you're asking, no, this anti-bias boss maybe shouldn't be being paid so much. And by the BBC, Kemawar given title of executive sponsor safeguarding impartiality. You failed already, right? I mean, listen, if you don't come out with a damning report day one, you've already failed. Stood down as BBC director for nationals and regionals. And so he sounds like he's not part of the swamp. Yes, he is. He joined the BBC as a researcher in 1975, and the BBC says new role is temporary. Okay. But, like, really, how much is he being? A senior BBC executive being paid $385,000 a year to monitor whether the corporation is biased. The Mail on Sunday can reveal. Again, look, I'll do it for. I'll do it. How much would I want? Listen, honestly, I wouldn't mind getting $100,000 a year, but I'll do it for $50. Okay, $50. I'm going to answer your question. You're very biased. Okay, you're very biased, and that's why everybody hates you. Chemical who stepped down the BBC director, blah, blah, blah. Last year, again given the graduate sort of executive sponsor, safeguarding impartiality, and will continue in the same salary, okay? So again, I'm glad they're monitoring themselves. I don't think you're getting a pass grade. The news comes days after the corporation chairman Richard Sharp told MPs that BBC needed to combat accusations of groupthink amid that there is a liberal metropolitan view governing editorial decisions. Why are we even discussing this? Obviously there is. He cited dramas like Roadkill, written by David Hare, starring Hugh Laurie as a corrupt Tory minister. Again, listen, I've said this on a bunch of videos. I'm going to say it again. Chris Chibnall has said that he wanted the current era Doctor Who to be very contemporary about these times we live in. Why are these times we live in always about demonizing right-wing points of view and right-wing politicians? You just had, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you just had a leader of the main left-wing party who was a racist, an out-and-out racist. The European Commission, Human Rights Commission, came out and said, oh, this guy's pretty racist. Okay, like, why not do something about that? Why not do some kind of social commentary? No. You see, again, social commentary is just about it's not about reality, it's about spinning whatever narrative is, and people don't want to pay for your bull crap, right? That's the bottom line. People just don't want to pay for your bull crap. He also admitted Remainers outside of Brexit in the flagship show question. Well, obviously. Tim Davie, who became director at the end of September, has imposed strict rules to reduce bias amongst BBC staff. Excuse me. Measures include social media guidance. Nothing. okay? I know from personal experience this is an absolute sham, right? Was it Vinny Patel, one of the awful writers that Christian were brought in for this season Doctor Who, went and attacked, a very, very long-term fan of Doctor Who, John the White, I believe, on Twitter, telling him to, F off, like get the F out, on social media. What happened to him? Nothing. Around the liking of posts and the use of emojis and instructions to staff that he should not express personal opinion on matters of public policy, politics, or controversial subjects. I think telling your audience to F off might be that because you quite clearly have a difference of opinion in politics, right? It's clearly that's what it's from. So honestly, what worth are you? Tim Dave, you came in and you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing. The BBC, if I may quote The Last Jedi, I misquoted, it's time for the BBC to die. Forget the past. Kill it if you must. Yeah, I'm all up for that. Mr. Maguire, who joined the BBC as a researcher in 1975, has been tasked with tracking impartiality standards. However, critics have said it was ridiculous to expect license fee payers to fund such lucrative roles. Oh, really? Yeah. Again. I would like $100,000 if I can squeeze it out. Oh yeah, I'll take the $100,000, but I'll do it for $50. For $50, mate, I'll give you the answer. Yeah, and quite frankly, as my gift to the British people. John O'Connor of Paying Taxpayers Alliance said, bumper pay for BBC backroom bosses flies in the face of ratepayers facing economic ruin. Yeah, listen, I just read another story about Disney executives giving massive bonuses, as the world burns around them. These extraordinary sums are picked from pockets of pensioners and poor taxpayers who are fed up. Yeah, exactly. Listen. There's no way you can run a public service indefinitely with a adversarial approach to your to the people you're servicing. There's no way you can do it, and that's what the BBC are doing. Can the BBC continue to make Doctor Who if they're cash strapped and they've lost their international partners, which I think they probably have? I don't think HBO Max is funding Doctor Who past season 13. I have no inside information. I have no idea. I doubt they're funding it past season 13. I don't think it's been very successful for them. And without that, the cash-strapped BBC, which is utterly hated by a large percentage of the British public, can they afford to make a Doctor Who that is getting some of the lowest ratings of all time? I mean, the ratings are lower or on a par with what it cancelled in '89, which were actually, and those ratings were steadily on the rise by then. Can it continue to make it? I doubt it. Is the answer. I doubt it. So my prediction for the 14th Doctor is nobody. And for season 14, not happening. I mean, I think the show will probably. It just seems logical that it will be arrested. But who knows? Who knows what their stream? Maybe they'll keep going, making awful Doctor Who. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. Listen, there's no applying logic and reason to any of this because that's just 2021, yo. My name is Sheila Beck, and you're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.